Governor Jared Polis announced at a briefing today that hospitalizations and positive tests for COVID-19 continue to decline across Colorado.
But with that said, he still has a warning for those most at risk, especially as Coloradans head back to the office. News Channel 13's Chase Golightly joins us now live in the newsroom with that warning and what else the governor announced today. Chase?
Heather Barr, the governor made it clear that even though things are getting better in Colorado, those with pre-existing conditions or who are 65 and older still need to stay at home and not return to work, even if their employers tell them to. Governor Polis also discussed the possibility of restaurants reopening.
While thousands of Coloradans head back to work in a limited capacity, many still want to know when restaurants will be back open. Governor Jared Polis addressed that possibility at Monday's press briefing, saying they are working on what precautions restaurants will have to implement to keep their customers and workers safe. He says they need to give those plans to restaurants in advance so they can prepare.
Restaurants need to know about a week before they open so they can have their wait staff lined up, they can have their food supplies online. And no, we don't have that date yet because we need the data of the next couple of weeks to make sure we do that.
Governor Polis also talked about a new statewide advisory committee involving several county and city leaders. Their job is to come up with ways on how to better practices like social distancing, as well as ideas on how we can start returning to normal.
And that the rules are enforced so we can sustain and grow upon this new normal for the long haul.
On that committee is Pueblo Mayor Nick Gradisar, who tells us he applied for the position last week.
I was pleased to be on it because I think it can play an effective role in helping us survive this crisis. We've got a long ways to go in my judgment.
Gradisar says the advisory committee hasn't met yet or discussed any potential ideas at this time.
I don't have a particular policy that I think would be effective. I think we're all going to learn a lot as we move through this process and see what other states and what other countries have done.
But he's looking forward to what ideas he and other members can come up with to better Colorado.
Governor Polis also talked about potential budget cuts for education. He says Colorado needs to tighten its belt when it comes to spending, but says they are working to make sure not one specific group gets the majority of the cuts. Reporting live in the newsroom, Chase Golightly, KRDO News Channel 13.